Today is January the 5th, 2023. So sorry for the technical difficulties, but you know what? Susan and I are back with you now, and we are going to talk about sheets. That's right. We are going to talk about sheets. But first of all, let's talk just a little bit about 2023. I hope it has been wonderful for you. I know at Home Sweet Home Treasures, it has been wonderful. It has been a great year so far. So let's keep it that way. All right, let's talk about today. Are your sheets the right fit for you? Have you considered switching sheets, buying new sheets? Do you think you need a different kind of sheet? Well, Susan is here with Sweet Sheets, and she is going to talk a little bit about sheets. What maybe you're looking for. Maybe she doesn't answer your question. Well, guess what? We're going to give you her information so that you can catch up with her and she will answer your questions, concerns, help you place an order, whatever it is that you may need about sheets. So let's talk a little bit about what sheets really, they started, when they started, and what they were really about. Do you have any idea the history of bed sheets? I thought I knew the history of bed sheets, but you know what? I really knew nothing. Nothing. It was nothing like I thought it was. But really, you know what? Have we really thought about it in the form that it may really be? I hope that doesn't confuse you. But if it does, maybe this will answer some of your questions because I'm going to give you a little bit of background, just a bit of background on sheets. Here we go. Did you know the inventor of the sheet was in 1000? Wow. In Cairo City, the largest city in the Arab world. That's right. I had no idea that that's when sheets started or who started them, where they started. At the beginning, it was not very successful due to the very thick yarn canvases. They were way too long to dry and they wrinkled a lot. Well, that kind of makes sense because there's no history before then of what to do, how to do, it's just like anything you start. Do you really know how to start? You just start. That's the best thing. Don't talk about it, just start it and learn by your experiences. So then they found out that women had to wait hours for them to dry and then begin the slow process of stretching and ironing with a kind of iron that was filled with burning coal. Huh. You know what? If you think about it, back when I was in school, I remember learning something about the irons way back when, but I never thought anything else about it again. Once that test was over, it was gone, right? So it did jog a little bit of memory for me. When we talk about things like this, you may already know, maybe you don't already know, or maybe you have forgotten and it's shoved way back in your brain or in your mind, back in your back of your head. It needs to be brought out. That's right. It needs to be brought back to surface so that you can think on that and maybe learn something to add to it. So that's what I always hope for every week when we meet on Throwback Thursday and Monday Mojo. And every once in a while, I'll throw a new show in there, a new live stream for you, but that you will remember something, remind yourself of something, because that's what Throwback Thursday is all about, right? Way back in the dinosaur years, like my grandbabies tell me, grandteens tell me, to now. They think I was born in the dinosaur land. But anyway, so now we are going to learn even more about sheets because Susan is going to come on from our back of the studio, and she's going to tell us about sweet sheets. So please welcome Susan to talk just a little bit more about sheets. She's going to tell us all kind of things. Welcome, Susan.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, LaDonna. Sorry, we had those technical difficulties. I sat here so nice and quiet, and then you disappeared, and then you realized that I disappeared. So
Well, that's what technical difficulties are about. We learn from them. So,
absolutely. So all is good. Anyway, thank you so much for having me. Sweet sheets are relatively new in my life. I made this discovery and joined the Goodnight Sleepers literally at 11:45 on the last day of this past February, when I did a favor for a friend who said, I need a +1 to join me in business. And I had been looking at posts about these sheets and wondering if they could actually change the way I was sleeping. So a little bit about me. I am in my 50s. I have been struggling with sleep, I want to say, for the last couple of years. And some of my mornings get pretty grumpy. And my kids and my husband will attest to that. And everybody knows who's listening that when you don't have a good night's sleep, it impacts so much of your life. So I tried these amazing sheets. It is the first time that I had ever purchased sheets online, sight unseen. And we are very, very picky people. So I tried these sheets, and it was a big wow. I slept better than I had in years, and I was hooked. And like everybody who, shares a good show that they just finished watching on Netflix, or a book that they read, or their favorite recipe that they just tried, or something on sale at Costco, that good word travels. And quickly I became a sheet dealer in our community. So there's a slide up here. So many factors, when we don't have a good night's sleep, and a lot of them, we don't even realize, like increased cravings and weight gain, and blood pressure, and the risk of diabetes, and a weakened immune system. We just walk around feeling tired. But there are so many variables and things that result in lack of sleep. So for me, and I know a lot of people will relate, I was feeling hot and sticky. I was waking up with headaches. I was tossing and turning, and the chatter just would not turn off. So it was taking me a long time to fall asleep. And then when I would cycle through my sleep, it would take me a long time to fall asleep again. And I felt miserable. Not to mention the fact that every time I went into my room, my allergies triggered, and I was using an allergy puffer, which I didn't relate or equate it to my bedding. But in the end, when I changed my sheets, that went away. I didn't need that anymore. So I started talking about them. People started trying them. They started telling their friends about them. And now we are a group of amazingly great sleepers.
oh, that is awesome. And you know what? I had no idea that it would affect diabetes, cravings, weight gain. I had no idea. I can relate and back in time about, well, even now I don't sleep well. Maybe that's the reason. I want to blame my weight gain on my bedding now. Thank you.
Well, you know what? Sleep is that time for our bodies to reset and to regenerate. And we spend a lot of time, and we do a lot of research on finding the right mattress, and then we want to find the right pillow. But sheets have that equal, play into it. So, the key is to get that great night's sleep. And so many people are on the hunt for, amazing sheets that are going to withstand the laundry, and and have great quality. And that's what Sweet Sheets is.
Oh, I am just stunned with everything you have just told us because I had no idea, Susan. Did you know before going to Sweet Sheets that
I had no idea. I was just on the hunt for a good night's sleep. And you know what? And I called my doctor and he said, I needed to exercise more and turn off the chatter. He said, so it's like, okay, that's not easy to just turn off the chatter and exercise. And that's going to make a world of difference. So I had no idea. And I had bought cheap sheets, and I had bought very expensive sheets that, didn't give me a great night's sleep. So I really, this, I was very pleasantly surprised.
and I hear on commercials all the time, Susan, that when you go to pick out a mattress to remember that if you're sleeping correctly, that you should be sleeping more than what you're not sleeping
Hmm.
at certain ages. So you need to make sure that you buy a great mattress. So when we were young, I mean, I married my high school sweetheart. So when we first got married, it was whatever we could afford. I mean, honestly, it was just whatever we could afford on a army private, monthly paycheck. Wasn't much. And then as you get older, you start having those aches and pains and, rolling and tossing more. And even over the years, it gets more and more. So we do, every time we go out to get a new mattress, we spend so much time trying to pick the best mattress. And then until I met you, I have bought really cheap from cheaper stores
Hmm.
sheets by just going through there and filling of them and getting the softest ones I can find and hoping they would work. And of course they didn't. And
Yeah.
then I'd go to really expensive stores and do the very same thing and spend way too much money. And guess what? Still didn't work. So, as all of you listeners out there, I haven't tried Sweet Sheets either, but I need to, obviously. I mean, my husband's a diabetic. Maybe it'll help him sleep better.
Hmm.
He's up several times a night. I roll and toss and cannot sleep anymore. And I used to sleep like a log through the night, Susan. But for some reason, I'm just not anymore. And the sweating, I can relate to that. If you start sweating, you're not sleeping well. I don't care if you think you are or not. I have learned the hard way you are not because you're not comfortable. And now at our age, I'm like you, Susan, I'm in my 50s. And, my husband now that used to be hot all the time is cold all the time because the diabetic. Me, I used to be cold all the time. Now I'm hot all the time. So it's life. It is life. I mean, I went to the doctor not too long ago. I said, I'm having all these issues. I said, I know you're going to tell me it's my weight. And you know what he said? He was so nice. First doctor ever that didn't tell me it was arthritis, fibromyalgia, or my weight. He said it's called life.
Life.
Things change. Your body changes, your mind changes, your everything changes.
Hmm.
So maybe this will be a great change for us to try. So let's talk a little bit more about those sheets. And I'm going to bring up another slide so that you can look at while Susan's talking to us. But are you looking for a better night's sleep?
So our sheets, so I call them, they're a very well kept secret, and I'll talk more about that after. But I do call these sheets with benefits, and they have so many that are listed here, and a couple more that we'll talk about as well. But they are irresistibly soft. So if you are the one that likes that hard, cold, crisp cotton, these honestly might not be the sheets for you. But most people want something that is going to, give them that luxuriously soft feel. And these are them. So I know you were talking about, you buy some cheap sheets and you buy some expensive sheets, and they just weren't what you thought. The one thing that I noticed right away when I felt these sheets in the package is that they were incredibly soft. They feel like an 1800 thread count cotton. and they're everything that you want when you put your hand in that packaging and you feel them. And then surprisingly, when you wash them, they are exactly the same as they were in the packaging. So, everybody or most people have experienced when they take out sheets from the packaging and they wash them, they become some different creature, something, a lot heavier or rougher. And that's not what happens with sweet sheets. They stay luxuriously soft time and time again. And people have had their sheets for 8 and 9 years and they're still putting them on their bed and they are loving them. So they're irresistibly soft. They're not huggy and they're not slippy. So I can roll over in bed. I could be wearing pajamas and I am not cocooned and stuck in these sheets. I could roll over. They kind of stay where they are. And I love that. They're lightweight, but they're all seasons. So they are breathable and they will regulate with our temperature. So I am staying cooler and drier, and my husband is still nice and warm and toasty. So we are loving that. They have deep pockets, so they will hold a 17-inch mattress, which is a high mattress. Though 17 inches is deep, and they're fully elasticized, so they won't pop off. Even if you have an adjustable bed, they are perfect for those up and down beds. And for people who have arthritis or stiffer hands or maybe a little bit of mobility issue, they love that the fitted sheets are easy to put on the bed and they're easy to take off the bed. They're also wrinkle resistant. So you can wash them, dry them. They dry in quicker time and they will not need any ironing ever. So that is really great. They don't shrink. They won't fade. We have them in 17 different colors and, so much will fit your decor. As well, they are pill free. So that is so nice. Those nasty little balls that get on our sheets when we have rough feet or whatnot, just over time and washing them in the laundry, these are guaranteed against pilling. So that means, they're going to last on your bed longer. Oh, so you see these colors. So this is what makes them sweet. Not only the colors, but the names that we call them. So vanilla frosting and Saskatoon pie and silver sprinkles and strawberry shake. They're all such nice sounding colors for absolutely beautiful shades. We have 2 other colors that aren't listed here. One is a candy apple red, a bright, bright red, and a royal blue icing, which is just so nice. We have nice clean lines on all of our sheets. So they're not run with rows and rows of like satin stitching. So a nice clean look. They will match any decor and every decor from an adult to a dorm room, perfect for kids who are transitioning into their first bed as well.
I love these colors, Susan. Look at that strawberry shake.
Oh my gosh. So
Wow.
I'm holding it here. This is my favorite. Pink will not go in my room yet, but I'm going to work on that because I love this color. Everybody has a part close in my heart. I love it.
Oh my gosh. My room, I find, when I come from a poverty family that we couldn't afford a lot of extras. I mean, don't get me wrong. My parents always made sure we had a meal, and I do mean a meal on the table. But as far as extras, they didn't come very often. And pink was my thing. It's always been my thing. And 7 years ago, my husband finally caved in, and I have a pink room. 2 shades of pink on the wall, and I give him some khaki colors to mix with it, and I can even have pink sheets now. I mean, I love it. It just gives me a new, fresh sense of thinking. Does that make sense? I don't know, but it does.
It does. What size is your bed, LaDonna?
It is a king, very, very, how did you say 17 inches? It's probably that because
So a
it's
deep
very
pocket.
thick.
Oh, you
Yes.
have a nice size bed. So, did you know that a queen size bed is the most popular size?
I did not know that until I was listening to you last week talk on another group that you and I were together on, and I thought, really, I
Yeah.
haven't had a queen bed in many many years.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
we
we
graduated to the king, and sometimes I will say, Susan, I miss my queen bed. For all of you that have not decided to go to king, I love my big daddy, and I like snuggling. And when once we are in bed, it just seems like you have so much room to separate. So,
you can separate, but then you meet in the middle. It's all,
yes.
you know what? It's all good. So we have doubles in our house, and my daughter moved out. She's like in the process of coming back home for, yeah, for a new job, and she has a queen bed, and so she's bringing her queen bed in. But yeah, I sell many more queen than king and doubles. So uh, the nice thing though too is that while we sell sets primarily, we also sell singles. So that
Oh,
if you don't want that set, if you are not that person who does that top sheet, you don't have to have that top sheet taking up space in your linen cupboard. You can order separates, top sheets, flat sheets, fitted sheets rather, pillowcases, and even duvet covers. So you're not set with you're not stuck with a set.
wow. I thought
Yeah.
my husband was the only weirdo on the earth. I almost fell in the floor and probably would have if we weren't live, Susan, when you said that.
Oh,
I
because you
don't know what it is. His diabetes, we blame, the doctors blame everything on that when he goes to the doctor. We all have our thing. But this last year, I don't know, you know, his feet are getting worse. So I thought, well, maybe that's why. He has decided he did not want that top cover anymore. He says it's wadding up and getting places and wrapping around his legs. So we had to take it off the bed. And I'm like, now I have all these flat sheets with nothing to do with them. I mean, literally, and I sell online, but I have this thing about, do I get rid of it? Do I keep it? Do I make pillowcases out of them? Do I make whatever? I haven't decided to sell those top sheets yet, but that's nice to know because we finally, some things are not worth arguing about in a relationship, and that's not one. I'm sorry, it's just not one to argue with. So I finally just took all of the flat sheets and folded them and put them out of our room and said, okay, I got to figure out something to do with them. But that's nice to know. I love that idea because now I don't feel like I'm wasting my money when I go to buy a set.
right. So you might find that when he tries sweet sheets, that top sheet is going to be something that he loves because he's not going to get tangled up in it. So it might be something that he really does like. And while queen is our most popular size, we carry every size. So even a twin extra long and a split king, which is the two separate mattresses, the two twin mattresses, and then a king fitted sheet. So we have every different size available.
Wow, that is exciting. And I'm just looking at these colors. Whoever invented these sheets are brilliant to put some kind of similarity with food. Come on, let's face it. If you can symbolize your business with food, you have accomplished something, I feel like.
I know. I I like talking about it. People often ask me too why we don't have patterns, and that's because our fibers are so tightly woven. They're actually the width of the less than a hair. So
Wow.
they're very thin fibers, and that's why we can't do a pattern. But yeah, they are so nice. They will really match any decor. You could really
Now,
make
this
them
purple up here, how do you say that name? Pie.
Sas-
I want to.
It's Saskatoon pie. So Saskatoon is in Canada, and so many people know what Saskatoon pie is. I think it's a berry.
Oh, so is it like a, I've never heard of it, but I'm in the US, maybe that's why.
Yeah, it
Or
is a
maybe
beautiful
I
purple.
just don't know. So
Yeah.
is that like a blueberry, a
It's
raspberry?
I think it might be like similar to like a, well, not a blueberry. It's kind maybe in between. I have to say I'm not in Saskatoon, so I've never tried Saskatoon pie.
Ah, okay.
But it's a really
Okay.
popular color. Our most popular colors literally silver sprinkles, poppy seed, blueberry tort, Saskatoon pie, and cotton candy.
Oh, I could see, I'm a little surprised that mocha cheesecake and cream brulee is not in there.
Yeah.
But poppy seed, that's a gray, it looks like to me. So that doesn't surprise me at all,
Yeah, it's
because
literally the color of poppy seeds. It's
yes.
lovely. Yeah.
And I bet the silver sprinkles, I bet that's beautiful.
It is such a nice color. So that's what's backed on our duvet covers. So we offer our duvet covers are in 4 different colors, and then they're backed in the silver sprinkles so that they're reversible.
Oh, okay. So I may have to replace my duvet cover.
Yeah.
Because can you imagine the strawberry shake and the silver sprinkles together?
Yeah,
Come on.
I know.
So,
It's so nice. And then, I didn't mention, with the benefits, but these sheets are hypoallergenic. So when I say that I had that wow factor, I think it was 3 days in when I started using these sheets that I realized that I wasn't needing my allergy puffer anymore. So I go to sleep now and I don't need my allergy puffer.
oh,
So it's
wow.
great. Now
Oh,
take a look at this slide. So this is a picture from my friend Amy, who has one cat. I find it hard to believe that she has one cat because this little thing leaves hair everywhere. So, because our sheets have such tight fibers, but keeping in mind that they're breathable so you don't sweat up a storm, pet hair does not weave into the threads. Human hair doesn't either. You know, I don't have a dog that sheds. I always make a joke that me and my girls drop more hair than a golden retriever. But we're not finding hair all over our sweet sheets anymore. So they're not getting pulled out, with our pillowcases and moving our head in the middle of the night. But so you can see this. So hair won't stick to them. So you can remove hair easily with a lint roller. Amy used a damp hand and just wadded a huge amount of cat fur, and then threw that away. And fun fact, her cat loves to be on her sheets. So she had told me that one week she didn't get her sheets in the dryer on time. And so she put other sheets on her bed, and the cat wanted nothing to do with it. And then when she put her sweet sheets back on, the cat hopped back up there and made that her daily home. So this is great. And then getting back to the allergies, and because they're hypoallergenic by nature, where I'm not allergic to my dog and my dog doesn't shed, but I do have seasonal allergies. So my dog brings the outside inside. That's not sticking to my sheets. And that's why I don't need my inhaler anymore. Dust doesn't stick to it. Pollen doesn't stick to it. So they are great if you have sensitivities or allergies or eczema. They're a great sheet.
wow. I didn't know a sheet could do so much, Susan.
I
I,
know. Well, you know what? They are not. So I might have another slide about this, but these are a double brushed microfiber sheet. So they feel like an 1800 thread count cotton, but they have many more benefits than a cotton sheet will have. So, and that's why. So
you know,
microfiber is hypoallergenic by nature.
that is awesome. We have a Pomeranian that sleeps
Mhm.
literally between us. She thinks that she's like my husband's wife. I don't know why, but she's supposed to be my support dog, and she is. She's so supportive with me. But when it comes to him, she's just like Oh my gosh, Dad, I'm so glad you're home. And, she spends once he's gone all day, she
Oh
misses him so
yeah.
much. And we have these little white puff balls all over our bed. And as she gets older, it gets worse. Right
Mhm.
now we're in the US, we're in Texas. So one day could be 34 and the next day could be 74, literally right now. So her
Right.
hair is all confused. Do I grow my winter hair? Do I shed for my summer? So, and
Yeah.
then we have the Saint Bernard and the German Shepherd that doesn't get in our bed at all. They're not, no, we don't let that happen. But they're
Right.
in our room all night with us. So the hair
Yeah.
is still, I always tell my husband if they ever, I know the iRobot's getting closer, but the little robot thing in the floor, I said, if it ever gets where it can get rid of that much hair, I'm buying it. I don't care if I have to sell the car. I'm telling you. Because a lot of people don't realize that hair and dust are a major thing in every household. We live in the country, so
Mhm.
we have more than normal. But even when we lived in the city, I still fought the dust in the hair just because we love our animals. Come on,
Yeah.
we do. And living in Texas, we have a lot of wind, so we have it circulating all the time. So I
Right.
had no idea that sheets could do this much for you.
Definitely. We have no carpeting in our house either, and we sweep all the time. And I was still becoming heavy chested and wheezy when I was going into my room, and I could not lie down and go to sleep without using that allergy puffer. So, yeah, I was very surprised, happily surprised.
Exactly. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. I cannot wait. All right, pet friendly sheets. I never thought there were such a thing. So I'm
Mhm.
glad that Susan and I have met and you were able to come on because I bet you there's going to be some viewers that also does not know. Did you know before? Did you have pet friendly sheets before these?
Definitely did not.
I've never heard of this. So, maybe there are no others. I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's move right along and let's see. Ah,
Yeah. So Sweet Sheets is a really special company. We are a small but mighty company, and we just celebrated our ninth anniversary. It actually began in 2013 by two moms, each of them with their own family, and they were looking for something to do to um, bridge the gap of their growing family and university debt, college debt, and Sweet Sheets, came to be. So we are available across Canada and the US. And what I love is that we have a fundraising division. So if you have, doesn't even have to be a not for profit, if you have an organization or a group, like here we have like a dance school, a sports team, a religious, affiliation, and they want to have a fundraiser, they can have a Sweet Sheets fundraiser. It's easier than selling chocolates. People can shop across the US and Canada. You don't have to collect orders or money or process the orders. We do it all and then we ship it directly. You get your own website and you can get 20% of the retail sales sent right back to you to send to your organization. It is an easy way to be able to raise money. And you could see, and there was one in Alberta, this ballet studio. They increased their fundraising exponentially. So I think that they were like at, I don't know, like a $1,500 or something, and it was like 25,000 that they sold. So it is a great division that we have, and I'm excited. I think it's unique.
and you know what
People
I love about, oh, I'm sorry,
Mhm. Oh,
Susan,
no.
you go right ahead.
I
Go
was just
ahead.
gonna say, it's a product that people use, right? And you could have any time frame, so people could try the sheets, and then they tell their friends about the sheets, and then more sheets are ordered. So you think that people would just order one set, but most often than not, they come back for a second set or a third set.
Well, and I was going to say something along those lines, Susan. What I do love about fundraising is it's one thing for you to ask me to buy chocolate. I probably still will, but I should not eat chocolate. But when you ask me to buy something that I already buy anyway, why not? You know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to have to buy new sheets sooner or later. So why not buy sheets when I'm helping another person? I mean,
Yeah.
that's my thinking. It's just, and they're affordable.
I
They're
was just
not.
going to say that. We didn't even talk about that. Like people would think that these are really expensive sheets, but they're not. So, for our most popular size bed, which I said is a queen, a full set of sheets is $65. That's amazing for something that's going to last for years and years. And it's funny because then I have people say, like, does that include pillowcases? Of course it includes pillowcases. So they are affordable. They don't break the bank.
And my last set of sheets are not pet friendly. They're not hypoallergenic that I know of. Maybe they are. Maybe they just didn't tell me. Maybe I didn't read it. Who knows? Because there was not a person there to tell me about it like it is with you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have questions, we're going to give you the information just to reach out to Susan so that she can answer your questions. You don't have to just rely on the sheet that comes in with your sheets, the little publication that usually sheets have in there. You don't have to worry about this company leaving tomorrow. They've already been in business for 7 years, like Susan said. And Susan's here. So she can always help you figure out what the best set is for you. I love that idea of having a go-to person that I can go to LinkedIn or Facebook, call you, Google you, whatever. That's important to me, is to have customer service. And I don't know about Canada. I don't know about other places, but in the United States, and you tell me, Susan,
Mm-hmm.
since COVID, especially since COVID, but even before COVID, customer service is getting horrible in most places that I shop. And I'll tell
Absolutely.
you, I will pay more and see you more often, buy your products more often if you service me.
Mm-hmm.
If I need a drink refill, I do not want to wait. If I need to ask a question about sheets, even if you don't have the answer, I want you to comment to me and say, oh, I like our technical difficulty. I told you right away, we're having technical difficulty. I didn't just disappear. Don't just ghost people. Let them know, hey, I don't know why you're not getting your tea, but I'll be right there.
Yeah.
Just simple courtesy is what I call it. So, do you see the same thing where you're at, that customer service is really not very good anymore?
You know what? I think it's taken a hit on all accounts. It really has. There are jobs to be had. People don't want to go and work them. Customer service is, the morale is bad. The behavior of customers isn't always that great. Like, let's be honest.
Yes, absolutely.
We are all human. We're all human, but I have fallen in love with this business and the company and the people who own it, and I am around, so I promise to have you covered.
Yes. When I reached out to Susan yesterday, I said, "How do you want customers to contact you?" She had no issue whatsoever giving you that contact information. Also, the company's contact information.
Hmm.
And if she doesn't have the answer, she's going to reach out to someone that has the answer and get back to you. And you're going to know she's researching that answer because she's going to let you know. So, and that's what I love about any company that can service you, and always know, as a customer, I always want to know that my representative has my back. If so, we didn't talk about, and I want to throw this out there because I know people are asking, What happens, Susan, if I order my sheets and I don't like the way they feel, or maybe I don't like the color? Maybe the color wasn't exactly what I thought, or tell us how that works.
Okay, so we do have a really great warranty on manufacturer defects and pilling. So if there's something wrong with your sheet, we're going to take care of that, and we're going to take care of you very well. I will help you the best I can in picking colors. Know that, like on our computers, on our phones, sometimes our screens aren't even at their brightest, and it's hard to see color for truly what it is. Um, and and we're also looking at a picture on our computer for color. So I will help you the best I can in picking color. If your sheets are unopened and the color is just, not your thing, then we will help you to try and change those sheets for you. And but if you've washed them and if you've used them and you've just decided like they're really not for you, for hygienic reasons, we can't take the sheets back. But there are lots of things that we have purchased in the past that are not our thing, and we just kind of keep them as a second set, or we will give them to somebody who will appreciate them. So, but we'll try very hard to make you happy. I haven't had one person yet say that they regretted their purchase, which is
Oh,
amazing.
that is amazing.
Yeah,
Yes. And you've been in the business almost a year.
almost a year. And I didn't realize really how much sheets I sold, but I sold a lot of sheets. Have a lot of customers.
Well, you
So,
can see that you love your sheets, and that helps.
yeah,
That truly helps.
yeah.
So when you love a product, it truly does help. So and she loved the product so well that she went ahead and decided to become a consultant, which is even better.
Yeah, so you know what I did work backwards. I became a consultant and then I tried the sheets. But I had seen people posting about it, but I did go into it quite blindly. It is a super, super simple and easy business, without a lot of quotas, without a lot of rules. Um, and We are in a big growth stage. So I don't know. I like playing like higher, lower games with my kids, but I will tell you flat out that in the US, there's probably less than 50 consultants. And that is amazing. So if anybody wants to reach out to me and tell me what state they're in, I could tell them if there are any consultants in the state. In Canada, there's probably about 500
Wow.
consultants. So not a lot of people know about these sheets, and not a lot of people are sleeping on them. So it is a great business to be a part of. Sign up to join is only $59. And with that, you get 6 months of your website for free. And they take care of all of the packing and the processing of payments. So it's really easy. And it's an easy product to sell. So
Um,
if anybody's looking, I have a great team and I would love to give you more information about it.
and that's awesome that it only costs $59, because so many companies it costs so much more. And
Mhm.
also to only have, what did you say, 50 in the
About
US?
50, yeah.
The US is huge. And we always get into well, is our community flooded with so and so business and so consultants,
Mhm.
and oh, but everybody sells that. And wow, people jump on this, because 50 in the US, wow. Do you have any idea how many in Texas off the top of your head?
Maybe one or two.
Wow.
Yeah, I can let
Listen to
I will let
that,
you know that
peeps.
for sure after, but yeah, I don't think
But
very
okay,
many.
let's say let's just go with less than 10. Because if she's thinking there's only one or two, let's give a little more and just say, you know what, there's less than 50. Let's say there's less than 50, which we know there's a lot less than that. Texas is huge, people. I live in Texas, never heard of these sheets until I met Susan well, a few months ago on a group that I just found online and said, oh, maybe that's an opportunity for my business, Home Sweet Home Treasures. And I found her and I'm like, what the heck is Sweet Sheets? I've never heard of that ever.
Yeah.
First of all, when I seen it on there, I did not know it was bedding because it just had the little symbol Sweet Sheets. Because it sounds like it's food, it's sweet. I thought she was, selling some kind of a dessert or something until she came on and it was such a surprise. Oh, it's not something I hear about every day, you know? And that always intrigues me when somebody's coming up with something different, a model that's completely different. And
Mhm.
wow. And now I know why it's called Sweet Sheets because of the name of the sheets.
Yeah.
And to have, you know, a few in Texas alone tells me we need to get this product known. That's incredible. Just because it started in Canada or the UK or wherever, it doesn't matter. It's getting the product known where you're at. And look how
Yes.
much money you can make off of selling sheets, a product that we all buy. Is that a secret or can you share with us like I know it probably depends on how much you sell and how long you've been in the business and how active you are, but like when you start out selling, is it a secret or can you tell us the percentage of what you make on the sheets itself?
Yeah, no, absolutely no secret. So, as a consultant, you start off and you make 20% on everything that you sell. So, when you have a fundraiser, it's a little bit different. You make 10% on your sales, but the organization gets 20%. So, that's really nice. And there are even consultants who will close to the fundraiser they'll then donate a portion of their commissions back there too. So that's very nice for activity. All we ask is that to be an active consultant, you have $100 in sales every quarter. So there's 4 quarters in the year. It's really very easy. Our website, is a monthly fee of less than $8, and you get your first 6 months of website free. So
Wow.
yeah,
And
you
I
can.
know companies out there charging over $20 a month for the website fee alone. And
Yeah,
I know that there's companies out there that you have to have over $100 in products sold monthly
monthly, or you
to
have
stay
you have
active.
buckets to fill, so so
Yeah.
you could get that, and so that's at the beginning, and then we have different levels. So consultant plus is when you have one person join under you. Team leader is when you have 3 people join under you, and then you make more commission, and then you get a portion of your team's sales as well. So it's easy to understand, very, very easy to understand.
It sounds like it. And, if you start out at 20%, that's pretty good because a lot of companies that I have looked at or heard about, it's a lot of them start at 10.
Yes.
So, 20%, that's pretty phenomenal. Um, so, I mean, just to hear those numbers, so few in the US is phenomenal. I mean, for someone to start a new business, that is a phenomenal, just right there is a reason to start if you live
Hmm.
in the US,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, and like I said, I live in Texas, which is huge, and I know a lot of people. I am on groups all the time, Susan. If you have probably already figured that out, I am on every social platform that I know of that my business could result in. And I have never heard of Sweet Sheets until I met you just
Hmm.
a few months ago. And even after I met you, I still had not heard of anyone else selling them but you.
Yeah.
So that's pretty phenomenal. And so I want to thank you, Susan. And I'm going to take you off the screen just for a few minutes and we're going to wrap this episode up. And but I want everyone to give Susan a well deserved applause. And thank you so much for all of this wonderful information, Susan. This has been great.
Thank you so much for letting me spend time with you. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. All right, welcome back here to Home Sweet Home Treasures. I have truly enjoyed Susan being here. She has shared a lot of great information about sheets. I had no idea that sheets could be hypoallergenic, help with dog hair. If it could help with the frizziness of my hair today, that would even be a more plus. Some days I know everybody has it, bad hair day or whatever. It's like, okay, where did this frizz come from? Oh, yeah, I've always had that. It's always about trying to find ways to improve it, right? Just like our bedding. So I'm not going to give you a sneak peek preview of the way we usually do on Home Sweet Home Treasures, only because we have had so many technical difficulties. I do know that your time is priceless. If you could see in the background, I have just a few ladies' tops that you can see. The one right here behind me, the burgundy red color with the flowers that almost look like butterflies, looks absolutely brand new. It is a plus size. I love this top. It is long sleeve, but it is in a thinner fabric. So it's not really a winter top, but definitely has the long. And then over here behind me is like a striped plus top with the blues and the peaches. And again, a little bit thicker fabric, long sleeve. It is just gorgeous. And then if you see the one directly behind me, it's a little harder to see. It's in the peachy red color and it has hearts on it. Perfect for Valentine's Day. Now, these three tops will be found at homesweethometreasures.net in the next 24 to 48 hours. We just received these not too long ago and unboxed them. They've been disinfected. As you know, we disinfect our items at least 3 times after we receive them and before they go out the door to you. To touch bases, if we have ever done anything for you, with you, about you, if you've ever purchased from us or you've ever been on one of our shows, Home Sweet Home Treasures would love, love, love for you to go to Google dot page. You can see the link here. Or if you just go to Google, you will find us and leave us a Google review. You don't have to be someone that has purchased from us. Tell us about us, how you feel we do our live shows, or maybe I've purchased from you before, how well, fast I paid, or, whatever. But give us a nice review. We're always looking for best reviews. And as you know, it really helps the algorithm. Algorithm is everywhere. Some companies don't call it algorithm, but you jump to the top if on Google, if you have more reviews, if you have 5-star reviews. So please help us out there. And similar to Sweet Sheets, we also do fundraisers this month of January for the entire month. The White Right Food Pantry in White Right, Texas. Now, all of our, a matter of fact, this is the only fundraiser so far that we have had near us, even in Texas alone. We've done Ukraine, we've done um, so many fundraisers, and none of them have been close to us. When you do a fundraiser for us, we absolutely try to help advertise that fundraiser. That's a plus with Home Sweet Home Treasures. We give you your own link on our website. You can go directly to the website, homesweethometreasures.net, and you can fill out the form to have a fundraiser, and the computer, our website, automatically gives you your own link. You send me that link and then I revamp that link so that it's easy and don't have so many letters and numbers, and it makes better sense, like I did for White Right Food Pantry. See, I just changed some things and it does link up to their site. Also, with this, free of charge, in our back office, the representative for the White Right Food Pantry, Sandra Shaw, will be able to go into the back office, see exactly who has purchased, what they purchased, how much they purchased, and how much we owe them at the end of January. So automatically they get 20% of each purchase is donated to the organization. And then Mark and I, owners of the business, we match the proceeds. So you get 40%. 40%. Now, most fundraisers do not give you 40%, but this is a way that we can give back to people that need our help, like the food pantry. Maybe they go buy new food, or maybe one of their refrigerators or freezers go out and they need to purchase a new one. This is just another way for us helping. So it is a total of 40%, and it's so easy. Just get people to our website to purchase things like sweet sheets that they may already be in the market to purchase. We have every size of clothing. We have home decor, yard decor, things that you need, things that you want, gifts. Uh, Unlike a lot of companies, we will split your orders if you need. We will take this part of your order and mail here. We will take this part of your order and mail here if that's what you tell us to do. So you just have to let us know. A lot of companies won't do that either. But here at Home Sweet Home Treasures, we do. So everyone, please, please go to the website, use the White Right Food Pantry website here, www.homesweethometreasures.net/White Right Food Pantry. Purchase something, and 40% of that purchase goes to the food pantry. That also includes our gift cards. So if you don't want to purchase a gift for someone and you just want to get a gift card, that's all as good. And they're virtual, so I send them out via email. So we save those little plastic cards from going to the landfills. So we are saving the earth one landfill at a time by making our gift cards virtual. I hope that you have enjoyed the episode. The very last thing is looking to supplement your income. You can be an affiliate no matter what company that maybe you work for or maybe you are a part of. You can add income by just being one of our affiliates, promoting our website, and you get paid when you want to get paid. And we give you of everything um, that comes in using your dedicated website, which again, you will get when you sign up at homesweethometreasures.net. I hope you had a wonderful day today. I hope you learned something, remembered something. Hopefully, we reminded you of something. Have a beautiful day and rest of your week. And hopefully, we will see you on Monday Mojo, Monday night at 6:30 Central Standard Time. Have a good day now. See you later.